could go for the group. We are here today to have our meeting, and so it's maybe a little slower than what we're used to, but I look forward to having a good meeting. And if we could go for the flag salute right now, if we could have Russell Betts lead us, if you could please rise, please.
Please place your hand over your heart and join me in saluting our nation's flag. Ready, begin.
Patriots, flag of the United States of America. Thank you, Russell. Edith, can we have roll call, please?
Yes, Chairman. Good afternoon, everyone. Please respond when you hear your name to confirm your attendance for the record. Board Chair Miller, City of Indio.
Present.
Board Vice Chair Middleton, City of Palm Springs. Board Member Ross, City of Cathedral City. Board Member Delgado, City of Coachella. Board Member Betts, City of Desert Hot Springs.
Present.
Board Member Peabody, City of Indian Wells. Board Member Pena, City of La Quinta.
Present.
Board Member Kelly, City of Palm Desert. Here. Board Member Mulatto, City of Rancho Mirage. Supervisor Perez, County of Riverside. Let the record reflect he is not here today, but we do have a quorum.
Thank you, Edith. With that, we'll move on to our presentations. We are actually going to have a recognition. Lauren Skyver, who was our manager here, decided she wanted to leave us for greener pastures. And Lauren, I'd like you, if you come up and say a few words, we'll let the board say a couple words, and we have a presentation present to you.
It's good they turned their mic off. Either that or they edited it.
That was quick. Thank you. And thank you for your dedication. I remember when we hired you, I was the chairman at that time and came in with that energy and dynamic smile of yours and said, we're going to change some stuff. We're going to put things back in place. Exactly what you said. It's been an honor working with you, and the team that you put together is magnificent. Great job for us to move us forward, and we'll get a new year, and here we'll be working with hand in hand on other projects. But thank you for your mentor, transportation industry. Thank you. Anyone else would like to say anything? Anybody?
I've known Lauren watched my opinion.
Poor quality.
Does irritate me. It irritated you people. On me into getting back on this. I ran all of a sudden. It was little one of my
That's the audio they sent me.
very time. Best. I also will never understand, and I always have, how a business runs negative out of the business world. Mind-boggling to me. Have a lesson how we fund public transportation. But Lauren, special lady.
Kathleen?
Woo. Today, Sunline Transit has an international reputation as a leader.
As a
This
hostile,
little transit agency,
hostile
an
workplace.
international reputation as a leader in zero emissions technology and innovation. In large part, thanks
of Hydrogen junk technology.
Thanks to you and the way you built upon the agency's commitment to that philosophy and waved the flag. And thank you, of course, to all of the staff who are creating the results that reputation
Of a
is based on.
hostile workplace.
Beyond that, if you get bored with your present job, I really hope you'll be a consultant for CEOs in how to communicate with their board. Because in those inevitable circumstances where there was an accident or something else we wouldn't wish upon ourselves, I always heard about it first from you, not from the news. And when I heard about it, I simultaneously heard what the agency would do in response to address the situation and heal and move forward. So don't let that be a secret. Share it. I hope it's contagious because you excel at that to a greater extent than anyone I've ever.
Contagious. Yes, she is contagious. Sunline is a great place to work for. These are my views and only my views, and my opinions only my opinions. Sunline is a great place to work for when you have leaders that know how to run the agency.
With and you're fun. So keep it all up and thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. Betts?
Mr. Chair, I want to thank you for your efforts to hire Lauren. She did a great job on that. I got here just after she had already been hired, so I didn't have to go through that effort. And knows that stepping in, okay, here's the new, who's this person, how are they doing, and quickly found out we had somebody really special. Kathleen.
That right there is a slap in the face. He's the one that called me, told me that they got rid of her. So he's sitting there lying to the public. A straight line.
Expressed perfectly a lot of what I want to say. And
this is why we need to vote him out. Next election, whoever's running against him, reach out to us because I have the text to prove it. I have the calls to prove it. That he called me and told me that they got rid of her and not to go after her new job at Transdev. So he's a liar.
I do want to tell you that of all the boards and commissions where I serve and everywhere I've been, you've just been perfect and been excellent for this job. It's been always been a.
If it was that excellent, why did you say that they got rid of her? To leave her new job alone. And I told you that my 26 years of service, she didn't care. Well, why should we care about her new job?
Pleasure to be down here, part of this organization. One thing that you did miss, and I'm glad that your staff you're leaving behind got to it, is when we pulled in, we actually had parking spaces that said board members. So they got that figured out. But thanks for all you did here, and just really been a pleasure working with you.
What
All
a
right.
liar.
Thank you. And we have a proclamation here for your 9 years of service from Sunline. I'd like everybody to come down and take a picture with her, and also have a certificate of recognition from Congressman King Albert for your many in the transportation industry.
They're giving her an award for treating the employees bad. Isn't that lovely? You know, your workers don't like you because you mistreat them. Wow, what a bunch of hypocrites. Yeah, Glenn Miller, that's why he stands beside her, because he knows all the stuff she's put us through. We don't want to see all that stuff. A bunch of liars.
Or we also plan on recessing for 5 minutes. Lauren in the back, and staff is set up, so we are recessed for 5 minutes. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we will continue on with the meeting.
They just started their meeting. What are they doing taking a break? Drivers don't get breaks. Why are they taking a break? I bet you those seats are comfortable too. There's Rudy LaFleur. No, you guys don't want to see that. 5 minutes. They just start the meeting and they go on a 5-minute break. There's Brian Valenzuela. It's all right. They're going to need a break for what SNEED has to offer them. They're going to need that 5-minute break. They take a break and the drivers ain't able to take a break. More than 5 minutes. Watch the bombs. Look at these bombs. Mr. SNEED. There's Rudy LaFleur. Smiling.
Thank you very much. We're going to get back into our meeting. Thank you for indulging us for a few seconds. Move on to our next item now is the finalization of the agenda. I take it we have no agenda changes.
Correct, Chair.
Move on to item number 6 now is approval of minutes from February 22nd, 2023 from the joint board meeting. Does anybody want to make a motion? Anybody have any question? We have first by City of Indian Wells. We have a second. Second by Cathedral City or Ranch Mirage. We have to do a roll call vote, or do we do a voice vote on this?
I can do a roll call vote. City of Indio,
Aye.
City of Palm Springs, City of Cathedral City, City of Coachella, City of Desert Hot Springs,
Aye.
City of Indian Wells,
There's Denise Delgado.
City of La Quinta,
Aye.
City of Palm Desert,
Yes.
City of Rancho Mirage. Everyone?
Thank you, Pastor Nash. We'll move on to item number 7 now, which is on non-agenda items. This is a chance for anybody that wants to speak on item number.
Are you ready for the
agenda
bombs? Are you ready
to
for
come
the
forward
bombs?
and
Look,
tell us
at
anything.
somebody's dropping bombs.
We're open for 3
Not
minutes
literally.
maximum, and if there's anybody who wants to move forward,
Not literally, but bombs in meaning words, experiences. These are my opinions and my opinions only.
anything needs to be read in the record, let us know.
We don't have anything to be read into the record. However, we do have Dr. Robert SNEED that would like to provide public comment.
Welcome. Hold on 1 second, sir. I don't think the mic is on.
All right. I'll begin. Good morning, Council. As we were able to glaze upon the caviar accomplishments of Ms. Skyfer, however, I stand before this Council today in a proverbial harm of a dilemma. I worked for this company for 30 years, and in my experience, I have been dehumanized, ostracized, criticized, discriminated against. You would think that someone with my experience and knowledge would be able to advance and grow in a company that he spent most of his life in. But instead, they preferred to silence my voice and submerge my skills. Ms. Skyfer, who is the leading agent of cantankerism, that ran down into her staff that produced insufficient, inexperienced personnel that knew nothing about transit operation, and promoted them over people who had knowledge, experience, skills to do the job. Her attitude was us against them, forfeiting to create an atmosphere of equal opportunity for all. Council, you saw a thriving, ambitious, intelligent leader. But we experienced in the shadows where reality sit, a bully, dogma, someone who was disconnected from empathy, who strived to be defiant with the contract and dishonor what was negotiated in good faith. She decided to contaminate the contract, and the employees suffered from her non-compliance. That's why we're here today, to smooth out the crooked path when many are suffering from long splits, hostile work environment, unsafe conditions, and most importantly, driving unsafe equipment. So let this enter into your conscience and settle in your spirit. How would you like to sit in seats uncomfortable and unable to relieve yourself because the scheduling is so unrealistic, made up of individuals who do not know anything or understand planning, scheduling, and the need of the public and the concerns of their drivers? And council, at some point, it's shame on you. Why? Because months after months, you turned a deaf ear to the cry of drivers who have pleaded for help. But instead, you supported the concept of rethink transit. For yeah, it was grand, eloquent, and it equivocated and produced a disaster. And I'm asking you to do the right thing. It might be far-fetched. Oh, I'm done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your comments.
Of course.
I'll be back.
Of course, they don't want him to continue because it hurts. The truth hurts.
Edith, anyone else?
Mr. Chair, we received no other requests.
The truth hurts.
Honest questions. That will move on to item number 8 then. We'll close public comments, move on to board member comments, starting with the Cathedral City and working our way down to the county. Is there anybody who'd like to say anything?
No, Chair.
Anyone? Thank you. We'll move on to item number 9 now, which is the consent calendar.
Of course. I'm not
There's
gonna say
items
that.
9A through 9A, or M, excuse me. Is there anyone who'd like to pull any of the items, or would you have a motion?
Mr. Chair, move consent.
First by Mr. Hodgson, we have a second. Senator La Quinta, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody oppose or abstain? That's unanimous. Thank you. Move on to item number
Everything
10 now,
passes.
which is the
Everything
notice of
passes.
exemption for Division 2 at Indio for hydrogen fueling station. Kelly, you're handling this.
Thank you. This matter came before the Finance and Audit Committee as an essential step to move forward our hydrogen fueling station in Indio. We found everything in order supporting the exemption. So it comes to you with a unanimous recommendation for adoption from the Finance Audit Committee, therefore requiring no second.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions or comments on item number 10? New station for fueling at Indio. Since there's no need for a second, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstain? Okay, thank you. Passed unanimously. We'll move on to item number 11, which is resolution number 095, setting special music festival venue fee. Ms. Kelly, this is also yours.
This came before the taxi committee, where we learned that even with this fee, typical taxi fares from the festivals are 42% beneath TNC charges. And we discussed ways of perhaps supporting the taxi companies in getting out the facts about that comparison. Based on that discussion to support their service, the taxi committee unanimously recommends adoption of this resolution, therefore requiring no second.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Any questions of this? This is the fee set for cabs for the festivals coming up. Obviously, the music festival will be upon us very shortly. 125,000 plus people. Bets?
Yeah, what was the, so it's 45% under. What's it going to? What's the result of the resolution?
That's based upon last year's experience with a comparable fee.
So are we raising them or subsidizing them, or is it just?
We expect that relationship to stay just as advantageous for the taxis.
Thank you.
No one wants to speak on this item.
We didn't receive any requests.
So with that, if there's no more comments, all in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed or abstain? No, passed unanimously. Move on to item number 12 is the fiscal year 24 Sunline Services Group taxi cab permitting fee. Kelly?
Thank you. This also came before the taxi committee. The goal is to set the fees at a level which will support the agency's regulatory charge. We know from past discussions that staffing has been reduced as much as possible so as to assure fees are kept low. And the committee unanimously recommends adoption of this resolution with no opposition from the taxi companies.
Just raise it.
Any
Raise it.
questions of this item for
You gotta
committee
find the
fees?
money somewhere.
Moved by the taxi committees. In a second. No one coming forward. Then anybody wants to speak on this item?
No, Mr. Chair.
So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstain? Thank you. Passes unanimously. We'll move on to item number 13 now, which is the general counsel report. Vale,
Thank you, Chair. Nothing this month.
thank you. Well, CEO, General Manager, welcome to your first meeting.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be the interim CEO for the Transit Agency of the Year by the California Transit Association. It's really my pleasure. We have 4 events that we participated in this month of March. We participated in the Southern California Association of Governments, SCAG, mobile tour and provided a fuel battery electric bus for the tour. SCAG delegation members visited our 1,000 Palms facility and gained a first-hand introduction to our zero-emission technology. I would like to give special thanks to our Deputy Chief of Performance, Harman Singh, for leading this effort and actually doing the presentation about Sunline, and also the help and assistance of the Transportation and Safety Departments.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. On March 15, we also provided one of our buses to the Indio Police Department for the Special Weapons and Tactics training. The main purpose of the training was for the IPD to become more familiar with the bus layout. That includes learning the location of all the entrances and exits of the bus, as well as how to shut off the bus in the event of an emergency. By doing this exercise, IPD can now respond more swiftly and effectively to transit-related events. So we're busy as an organization. There are 2 more events. On March 16, we celebrated a very important occasion, which is the Operator Appreciation Day, with participation from employees across the agency. Our staff members took turns. I believe they started preparing at 1 in the morning, right? If I'm not mistaken. They took turns in staffing the appreciation table with simple breakfast for the coach operators as they arrived for each shift. For those who were not there, this is like a Hollywood type of a celebration because the entrance to this operations building was dressed like a Hollywood award show runway. I would love to be there. With Sunline blue carpet, of course, it has to be original to express the entire agency's appreciation to our operators for the work that they do. So, and then
funny.
finally on March 19, we also participated in the annual Dia de Familia health fair in Coachella and provide public outreach to members of the community regarding Sunline's routes and services. So this has become an educational type of an outreach. And you know what? I would like to thank all the staff who worked and volunteered for these events because these events help us connect with our own employees and also the community that we serve. That ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Salazar. And if you could do me doing a disservice, I did. Could you basically introduce yourself? There's other people out here that maybe don't know you, but give a little background, just real quick of what you accomplished over the many years in transportation.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to introduce myself for 2 hours. Gloria Salazar, I'm from Stockton, California. I have 30 years of experience in transit, 10 years with Sacramento Regional Transit, and 20 years with San Joaquin Regional Transit District. I was Deputy CEO, I was the CFO, and I concluded my career as a Chief Executive Officer of San Joaquin. And transit, I've always been passionate in transit, and there are really a lot of opportunities. And as I said earlier, it's really an honor, even at an interim position, to be a part of this organization. And we promise to give you the best next leader to your former visionary leader, Lauren Skyver. I was telling myself, 2 months, I need to get a replacement so that the organization can experience stability and you can continue your visioning and moving forward all the activities that you have planned to prepare Sunline for the future. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Salazar. And thank you for willing to help us after being our interim CFO and doing that now to help us as CEO. We are looking for a new CEO. We are on the search. We have an ad hoc committee that's working on it. And we have quite a few applicants that are looking into it. So hopefully we'll be able to start interviewing some dynamic candidates to see who the next CEO and general manager of Sunline Transport is. So thank you, and thank you for your report. With that, we'll move on to closed session. Mr. Vale, is there anything we need to discuss?
We just have to reference that we've got 2 items on today's closed session. Your first is a conference with labor negotiator. The agency's designated labor negotiators are Gloria Salazar. She's your interim CEO, GM. You just heard from her. And of course, Irma Rodriguez Moisa, who is your special legal counsel. The other item is a public employee appointment discussion with regard to the titles of the employees that are listed in the agenda item. I'm not aware that we have any comments on public from the public on closed session, and if we don't, clerk's nodding at me that we don't, we can recess into closed session.
Thank you. Nothing missing. And
Yes, we can recess.
okay, then we will adjourn to closed session. Thank you. We're around now.
And I think we need to be working on this all the way around, so we know what we're getting into, so we're not just at the last hour, oh, we got labor negotiations, let's start from scratch again.
Let's jump off the diving board.
Exactly.
We ready? All right, thank you all in the audience here for coming back to have us end this meeting. Mr. Vale, do we have anything we need to report out of closed session?
Only that we did have and complete the 2 items that are listed on our closed session agenda. There's no publicly reportable action at this time. You did give direction to special counsel and to your interim CEO, GM, and that concludes it. There's nobody here to comment on it, so we're able to adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. Vale. We will adjourn at 1:14 until our next meeting, which is April 26, 2023 at 12 o'clock right here back in this boardroom at 1,000 Palms. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
And see you soon.
Right, then we'll bias on candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Ask for your availability on Tuesday. Zoom. It's a Zoom meeting.